And in the first fight on the fight card, we have a really good women's lightweight fight right here. We got Helena and Taylor Guardardo. You look at the record right there, doesn't really look too good. You see 0 wins, 1 loss, does not look too good. You probably are wondering, why do they even invite her to the PFL if she has a record of 0 wins and 1 loss? Well, earlier in her career, back in 2011, in her amateur MMA career, did really, really good, going 9-1, beating Raquel Pennington, Amanda Bell, Ashley Evans Smith, Autumn King, fighting Ronda Rousey. She was doing really, really good back in 2010 and 2011. Joined back in MMA in 2010, got 2 wins, both by decision, then lost 1 fight right here. Instead of Invicta FC, but she does have some really, really good striking as well. 29 and a half years old. When she fought way back in 2011, she was only like 18, 19 years old. I mean, fighting Ronda Rousey that young, absolutely insane. But she's fighting an absolute beast right here. I've watched so much film on this girl, and her nickname definitely fits her right. She's a cannon of her hands. I mean, she's so powerful, and has some pretty good submission skills as well. But she will have the size advantage right here, moving up from the featherweight to the lightweight division, whereas Taylor Guardardo is moving up from the bantamweight division all the way up to the lightweight division. But Helena goes at 5 wins, 2 losses. Every single one of her wins coming by finish, 3 knockout wins, 2 submission wins, first knockout win, second round submission, first round knockout win, and first round knockout win. I mean, 25 seconds, 2 minutes, 3 seconds, and 48 seconds, all of her knockout wins coming in the very first round. Then fought Pan Sorensen and then Felicia Spencer. But in the fight with Felicia Spencer, she looked really, really good in the striking game. But as you guys know, Felicia Spencer has a really good wrestling and a really good takedowns and submission skills and ground and pound as well. Getting the submission in the second round. But in the striking game with Felicia Spencer, I mean, she looked amazing, landing so many good shots. I mean, she was piecing up Felicia Spencer on the feet, but in the grappling, obviously had the disadvantage in that fight. But obviously, Helena Kolesnyk is going to be the boxer in this one. 100% of her fights being finishes, 4 coming by knockout and 1 coming by rear naked choke submission. 0 of the fights going all the way. She's trying to get those finishes in this tournament right here. You know that the PFL has a little bit of scoring where you get 6 points if you finish the fight in the first round, like 4 points in the second round, and like 1 point in the third round, something like that. But you get a lot of extra points to the tournament if you finish the fight. And Helena Kolesnyk is one of those girls who has a very good shot. I've actually finishing the fight right here. Not the best submission defense in her last 2 losses, being submitted in the first and second round, but she's so strong in the clinch and has some pretty good takedowns of her own, and solid trip takedowns against the cage. If she gets you down, man, she's got some really, really good ground and pound, and that's the main way she wins her fights. She either knocks your opponent down in the striking game or takes her down near the cage and then lands the amazing ground and pound shots at TKOing her opponent in the first or second round. And good knees in the clinch, very, very good jab to straight left. She's a left-handed fighter and has a really, really good, powerful straight left hand and really good right hand counter. She goes like this when her opponent is going for the right hand. She goes like this and then goes for that right hand. She's very, very powerful, really good straight left and a really good right hand counter. Solid takedown defense as well. We saw in her last fight with Felicia Spencer, she did defend quite a lot of Felicia Spencer's takedowns, but ultimately ended up losing the fight by submission. But really good takedown defense and amazing boxing from Helena Kolesnyk in most of her fights so far outside of the PFL. Taylor Guardardo, I mean, she's not really too good. Coming back into MMA just recently. I watched a couple of her last fights. She did not look at all like she did way back in 2011. She really fell off in my opinion. She does not look at all as good as she did way back in the day. She's gonna have a humongous size disadvantage moving up from bantamweight to the lightweight division, which is 20 pounds up in the weight class. Good fake takedown to straight right hand, which means she goes down for the double leg and then stands up and then goes for the right hand. She lands that pretty well in most of her fights. Striking in her last fight inside of Invicta FC honestly did not look too good. I mean, in this fight with Helena Kolesnyk, I mean, she's gonna piece her up in the striking game 100%. I believe if the fight stays on the feet, it's gonna be a very good opportunity for Helena Kolesnyk to get a knockout or a TKO on Taylor Guardardo, because honestly, she did not look good in the striking game whatsoever in her last fight inside of Invicta FC. Much smaller in the high and reach department as well. Again, giving her yet another disadvantage in the striking game. game. And then not really the best wrestling or grappling skills as well. So to be honest, I mean, Helena Kolesnyk has a really good takedown defense, a really good powerful jabs to straight lefts, good knees in the clinch, a really strong fighter. She's a finisher 100%, has a lot of knockouts, a lot of submission wins. I mean, there's just no way I'm not going to go with Helena Kolesnyk. I mean, her boxing is so good. Her clinch is so good. Her takedown defense is so good. So every factor is pointing towards me to believe that Helena Kolesnyk is going to win the fight, probably by knockout or TKO in the first or second round. I know she wants those points because if she wins the fight and then wins one fight after that, if it just so happens that other fighters in this PFL tournament get finishes in the very first round, she could not be even able to go to the playoffs. So she's going to want to go out there and get a finish in the first or second round. So I think that's exactly what's going to happen over here. Helena Kolesnyk is going to dominate her in the striking game, either getting knocked out or get a takedown, get her down, and ground and pound the heck out of Taylor Guardardo. And in my opinion, I think Helena Kolesnyk is going to dominate the fight wherever the fight goes, and get a TKO win in the first or second round. It should be a really good fight. Who knows? Taylor Guardardo could look a lot better. That last fight was 2 years ago instead of Invicta FC. Sorry, 1 year ago instead of Invicta FC. But just not really impressive in my opinion. And I think Helena Kolesnyk is gonna have the advantage pretty much everywhere in the fight. So I'm definitely going Helena Kolesnyk to win the fight by first or second round TKO.